guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Let me just fix this straight. There we go. Hope you guys are well again. So I'm going to do pick a deck. Dependent on which deck you want to use. If you want to see your message for the week via the TinselTown Tarot, click on that one. If you want to see the message via the Cosmic Cycles Tarot, click on that one. And if you want to see your message via the Pocket of Peers Tarot by Jamie Sawyer, click on that one. Okay, so yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy. How I'm doing this reading is how I would do a Lenormand reading. So I'm doing a 9 box, and the central box will be the message, and then I'll show you how I'm making the connections between the cards around that message. Okay, really important that you understand that. I do it in the vein of doing a 9-card Lenormand reading that I would do. I'm doing it with the tarot though. Okay, so yeah. Also, if you'd like to order a reading with me, guys, head on over to my website. The links are in the comment section. And with all of that housekeeping done, let's make a start. Okay guys, so for those of you that picked the Cosmic Cycles Tarot, what is the main message for the week? So we do this as a Lenormand, but we do it with the tarot. So what that is we look at the 9 box. So I tend to look at this card here to tell me, if I were doing a Lenormand reading, I'd look at this box, this card here in the center to tell me what the message is. And then we make our connections. So we would look at perhaps what's above it, what's below it, or we look at the cross, what's above it, what's below it, what's at the sides, how do these cards interconnect with this. Then we look at perhaps, what's here and what's here, what are the external influences around this card here. We also do something called knighting, where we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're knighting the cards, we're making connections from this one to this one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll see what I mean as we get in, but I've just thought it would be really interesting to see how this worked today for us. So those of you who have chosen the Cosmic Cycles Tarot, what is the message? Well, the message is about family with the 10 of Cups, or the 10 of Cups can be about happiness and satisfaction and joy and accomplishment and achievement. This card shows that when you're achieving something, it's a happy conclusion. 10s are endings. So I've often said I don't really see a point in reading all 10s in the same way. I just think, well, what's the point in that? The 10 of Swords is evidently much different to the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Swords could be a painful situation comes to a head, for example, because 10s mean that it's the most. So it could be something painful comes to an end. That's why the 10 of Swords is the most traumatic situation that you could get. So it often 10s can be, well, it's the most of something. This could be the most happiness that you've got. There's also another thing though with the 10 of Cups, and that it's ruled by Pisces. So often this card can actually indicate something that isn't quite real. There's a bit of an illusion around it. But generally the card is, you can see it's celebration. These people are married. They're happy. They're kissy. There's lots of champagne. There's everybody standing around congratulating them. It's just a really lovely card. So I think that the message this week is all about happiness and joy and contentment and satisfaction. Perhaps there's a family quality to this. Let's have a look what's bearing down on it. Yeah, the Empress. So there's obviously, I think, something about love. What is weighing down on this? So when we get a card above this, we're looking at what's influencing this. So what's influencing this is the Empress. So this is about love, and this is about nurturing. So there's something about love and nurturing that is influencing your happiness this week, that is influencing your joy. And what does this now influence below it? The Lovers. So this is definitely about love for those of you who have picked the Cosmic Cycles. So this is influencing your relationship. So this week the message is that as you nurture and grow your relationships, they become happier and they become more contented, and there becomes much more of this kind of satisfaction element this week. So it's all about nurturing and being tender and being kind. You can see here there's a woman here, this beautiful black lady combing her daughter's hair. Now black hair is difficult to do. I've got black hair, I'm a black woman. And so when I look at this card, it reminds me of when my mom used to do my own hair, and she had to be, because I've got really thick, coarse black hair. My mom, I used to love it when my big sister used to do my hair, because she was a lot more gentler. No. My mom used to do my hair, sorry. My mom was a lot more gentler than my big sister, who I love to pieces, but she used to do, because me and my twin were the youngest of the family, and so we were so cute and little, but when we used to have our hair done, we used to run away from my sister because she was like, ah! And my mum was like, it's okay, and she used to just comb it really gentle off. But this, yeah, can you see how gentle this woman is with her daughter's hair and how she's kind of nurturing her into becoming a woman? I think this might be the mother, but this is a card about nurturing and being soft and being gentle and being kind. And this is influencing happiness this week. And this therefore influences this card here. And I think when I look at this Lovers card, if you look here, what we have all the way along, guys, is this kind of sense of tenderness and kindness, because you can see here that this person here is being comforted. So I think that the message this week, it's all about using your abilities and your skills to comfort others and to help others, okay? Or this is about focusing on being kind and being loving and nurturing those relationships that are really important to you. Okay, so at the side of this, we do have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords represents the idea of lies and deception. And this can be deception usually next door to a card like the Ten of Cups or the Ten of Pentacles. Often it can, or the Lovers, it's in conjunction with this. It can be something of a deceptive quality. Okay, so you've got to work through it. I think for some of you guys, there has been a loss of trust. Okay, I think for some of you, there's been this loss of trust with the Seven of Swords. And I think that this week, the message is you got to work through it. Okay, because for me, with these cards here, there is something that can be salvaged. Okay, because you have these beautiful cards. Look at them. Look at those. Gorgeous. Empress, Ten of Cups, Lovers. What more do you... Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's something here, I think, that is worth saving for some of you guys. And I think that if you've been in a relationship, I think this is about a relationship for some of you guys where there has been an error here. Somebody had been unfaithful. Somebody, or if they've not been unfaithful, they've definitely lied with that Seven of Swords. They've done something outside of the parameters of the relationship. When I look at this Seven of Swords, often it looks like somebody who's looking in to steal something. But if you thought about it the other way, this could be your home. And this person is outside of those bars. So they've overstepped the mark here. They've gone outside of the parameters, the boundaries of what a relationship or a monogamous relationship or a trusting relationship should be. And when we get an Eight of Coins, it's about working through it. Can you see? He's working through it. So the Eight of Coins represents when you get cards like the Seven of Swords and there's been this terrible injustice done and this kind of this error of judgment and somebody's been untrusted, unfaithful, or they've lied, then it takes the need to work through this. So I think for some of you guys, really this week, there needs to be a focus on nurturing this relationship, nurturing it back to health, nurturing a relationship so that you have this loving contentment. And also I think when I look at the Lovers card, it looks like this person is crying. So perhaps there needs to be this element of forgiveness here as well. There needs to be some forgiveness this week for some of you guys, okay? You need to be able to forgive because somebody did something with the Seven of Swords. And I think you're going to have to try and work your way through it, okay? There's a need to work. Not about throwing in the towel and saying, right, I'm done with this individual. You're literally going to have to work your way through this mistrust because there is something here that can be salvaged, but it can only be salvaged if you're willing to put the time in and nurture this relationship. There is definitely hope here, I think, with the Star. I mean, obviously, this lack of this error of judgment, this distrust, this unfaithfulness, whatever this Seven of Swords is, this lie has been exposed with the Star energy. It's come to light. But I also feel that this can be healed as well. Let's have a look at the next one. Yeah, I mean, you've got the Three of Cups here. Okay, so perhaps there was the exposure of a third party with the Three of Cups energy showing here, that Star and the Three of Cups. Perhaps there was the exposure of a third party here. But I feel that there is a hope of reconciliation as well, because this is reconciliation and there's hope. But the Star can also shed a light on something and there's your third party. So perhaps there was the exposure of a third party, but I do feel that there is hope that there can be a reconciliation here as well. Yeah, and you've got the third party and the Lovers. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do see a third party in the situation. So I do feel that there was a third party here. But I feel that there is healing, that your relationship 1, 2, 3, 4, that the relationship of the Star can heal with the Lovers energy showing there. Yeah, we've got the truth here. So we've got truth and honesty. See, the Seven of Swords is the lie, but it's being exposed with the Ace of Swords energy showing here. Okay, I think I think that this dishonesty of the Seven of Swords, I feel that it can heal with the star energy, but there needs to be some open conversation with the Ace of Swords. There needs to be some truth here and honesty, okay, this week. Queen of Pentacles, okay. Who knows who you are? I mean, you could be the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know who's watching this, you know, because it's not specific to any sign. It's just pick a card, basically. I think you need to, I think if you work through it, you'll be successful with that Queen of Pentacles energy showing there as well, okay? So, yeah, I mean, the focus for the week needs to be on nurture and love this week with this 10 of Cups energy. I feel that you can nurture this relationship, okay? But I feel with the Lover's energy, there needs to be some forgiveness here, okay? I feel that somebody lied within this relationship, and I think that with the Eight of Coins, you're going to have to try and work through it, okay? I feel that this week, you know, I think probably in the past, there was the exposure of this lie here. There's two cards that would suggest exposure to me, the Star and the Ace of Swords. So I think in the past, something was exposed, okay? Something was exposed here in the past. Some information was exposed. Something came to light here in the past. I feel that right now with these cards here, you're trying to nurture this relationship back to health, but it takes forgiveness with the Lover's energy showing here. I think that in the future, what you've got with this Three of Cups is a reconciliation, but I think that you have to work hard at this with the Eight of Pentacles. You have to work hard at nurturing. Queen of Coins in a love relationship really means to nurture, and the Eight of Coins is working hard, and this is the reconciliation. So I think that for some of you guys, because when you do these readings, you're also looking past, present, future, okay? So you read it all sorts of ways. So I feel that, let's go through this again. What an interesting reading. This is definitely love. Definitely, and I think there was an infidelity here with this Seven of Swords, okay? So focus on the week has to be about finding that happiness and that joy and that satisfaction again within your relationship with the Ten of Cups, okay? Because I think that in the past, there was a lie that was exposed here, okay, with the Seven of Swords, Star and the Ace of Swords, okay? Because this is truth. This is the lie, and I think that there's an exposure with the Star. So I think there was a lie that was exposed in the past. I think right now some of you guys need to focus on trying to nurture this relationship back to health again, okay? And you're probably going to need to do that with the Lover's energy by being forgiving and understanding with the Lover's energy. In the future, I see reconciliation, but you're going to have to work on nurturing. You're going to have to work hard to nurture this relationship going forward, okay? I think that for some of you guys, you know, there is hope with this Star energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, that you can work through this with the Eight of Coins and the Star, all right? And I feel that with the Star connecting up with the Lover's energy as well, it's because you guys are soulmates, there is real hope that you can work through this. So you're actually meant to be with this person. The Star and the Lovers can be a soulmate connection. For me, this looks like to me you guys are soulmates, and there is definitely hope that you can work through this, okay? You know, because there was a third party, the Lovers and the Three of Cups, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got actually the Three of Cups linking in with the Seven of Swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we can see the external situation is that there was a third party here with the Three of Cups and the Lovers, okay? But because you guys are soulmates, you can work through this, all right? So there was. So usually when you look at for me, it's on my left. It might be on your right when you're watching this, but to the left, we see Three of Cups linking in with Lovers. So that's the past external situation impacting this one. In the past, we do see, remember the knighting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the past, we definitely see a third party situation because Three of Cups is linking in with Seven of Swords and Lovers. We do see a third party situation going on here. However, to the right, my right, maybe your left, you've got the Star, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got this spiritual connection between the both of you, your soulmates, 2, 3, 4, and you can work through this, okay? So even though somebody was, you know, unfaithful, there was an infidelity, you can, because you're soulmates, you're meant to be together, you can work through it. And in the future, there is a reconciliation, but you're going to have to work hard towards nurturing this relationship going forward, okay? So yeah, I think that this is, and also, you know, in order to nurture the relationship with the Empress, it's linking in with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Coins. In order to nurture this, there has to be some honest talking. You have to communicate. Maybe this was the person. So maybe there needs to be some honesty and truth concerning the third party. We double up the card, you see. So maybe in order to nurture this relationship back to health, there has to be some real talk, some honesty concerning this Queen of Pentacles energy showing here. Okay, so there needs to be some honest communication concerning the individual as well going forward. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to leave it there for that one. So this week, there really needs to be a focus on forgiveness. I think this week and just going forward, guys, there needs to be a focus on forgiveness. There really does. Some of you guys have been burnt quite badly. Maybe you did. You could have burnt someone quite badly, you know? Either way, whether you burnt the person or whether the person burnt you, there really needs to be a focus on trying to heal this relationship. Okay, so we've got the healing of the Star, the relationship of the Ten of Cups, and nurturing of the Queen. So there needs to be hope as well with the Star, a hope that you can kind of heal and nurture this relationship back to health going forward. Okay, I see reconciliation, Three of Cups within the Ten of Cups. I see a reconciliation in terms of this relationship through honest communication of the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I see reconciliation of your relationship through honest communication. So this week, if there's a focus on honest communication, healing of this relationship, a forgiveness is really, really vital in this relationship reading. Really is, with this Lover's energy. You know, there definitely needs to be some form of forgiveness going on here, because something was done that wasn't right, and you have to kind of just say, okay, we're going to talk about this, we're going to clear it. And I think the only reason for this and why you need to work through this is because this person is definitely your soulmate, and you're literally meant to be with this person. Whatever the reason is for their indiscretion, for their, you know, infidelity, I don't know. But they're, you know, you're going to have to kind of put your big girl or your big boy pants on and kind of just sit down and talk it out and work through it, because there's something here that can definitely be salvaged. Definitely, but there needs to be some truth that need to be spoken about here. Definitely, there needs to be a truth here. You guys have a special connection, Star and the Three of Cups. You've got a very special connection, a very spiritual connection, but you need to talk, Ace of Swords, about whoever the third party is. You really need to get it out in the open. Okay. Some of you guys have a really special spiritual connection, but you need to talk about kind of how you're going to develop and build this relationship. And also, the Queen of Coins, queens tend to get to the roots of things. Kings are solutions, queens get to the roots. So this is getting to the root. You got a special connection here, Star and the Three of Cups, but you need to talk about things clearly, and you need to get to the root of why this happened as well with that Queen of Coins. Okay, that's it, my darlings. Bye. Hi guys, so this reading is for those of you who chose the TinselTown Tarot. Okay guys, so for those of you who chose the TinselTown Tarot, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of how this reading is done. Often when we do Lenormand, some of you guys probably know what that is. It's just a different divination practice. I always look at the first card, the central card, to tell me what it is that you need to focus on this week. And then I look at the cards surrounding it to tell me the story. So usually cards this is to my left, are telling me the extenuating situations around it. This is kind of the solution around it on the right from me. We do things like what we call knighting, where we're looking at how the cards are connecting to form a story. So we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Think of a game of chess and how you kind of move your knight around the board. It's like that. And you use those connections to kind of give you other bits of the story. We look at cards above, cards below. So cards above would be what's influencing this card here, and this card would be influencing this card here, and how cards are playing into the situation. You'll see what I mean once we get started. Okay, it's a really fun way, but I decided to use the tarot in the way I would use the Lenormand reading as well. Let's have a look. So what is it you need to be focusing on this week? Oh, the Seven of Swords. Okay, that's interesting. So the Seven of Swords it's one of those cards that deals with the art of deception. He reminds me, this guy, of, and I noticed that he's got two swords, and it looks like it's like a trap door or something behind. Reminds me of the Magician in a way. This could be somebody around you, or this could be a situation that is not honest, or there's something being left, or there's something not being kind of talked about or communicating. This could be somebody who is being deceptive, or this could be, sometimes the Seven of Swords, there is a good card. It's a card about strategy, and it's a card about planning. It's a card about analysing the next move. It's a card about independence. It's a card about freedom. Often I think of it as being freedom and independence when I see the Seven of Swords person running. Right now, this looks to me like somebody is presenting themselves as one thing, but there are things that they're omitting with the Seven of Swords. Anyway, let's see what this is about. Let's go here and see. Right, so this is the Eight of Coins. This is something to do perhaps with work, or something that has a detail. For example, you can see here that he's looking at the film reel and he's looking at everything that he's done on here. So he's really kind of putting effort in. It's not so much effort, he's really focusing. He's looking into the detail of something. So something about detail. The Eight, so it almost feels like some form of detail has been left out, because you've got the Eight of Cups here, somebody who's walking away. So it's almost like somebody is leaving or abandoning this energy here. I don't know whether it's the abandonment of a job. We do have the couple of eights. Eights mean change. So surrounding this Seven of Swords energy, the focus could be around something that is changing, for example, or it could be maybe some details have been left out or omitted or abandoned or something like that. What's bearing down? What's influencing this? So something about the past is influencing this. The Six of Cups is influencing the Seven of Swords. So something about the past is influencing something that is not quite honest, something that is not quite true. Seven of Swords and the Six of Cups can often be something about running away from the past or trying. But this guy, I have to read vision wise as well. So I look at the cards visually, and so this guy is not running away, but he is presenting five swords when in fact there are seven of them. So he's hiding something, and this is something linked into the past. So what's influencing that you hiding or something around hiding something is something about the past here, and it feels like there are details that have been kind of abandoned or left out. We've got another seven, two sevens and two eights. That's interesting. So sevens mean choices and the eights are change. So there's the situation revolves a choice about to make some form of a change here. Okay, there's definitely some form of an illusionary bullshit going on here, and it's linked in, I think, to the past. Okay, because the Seven of Swords is influencing the Seven of Cups. Now, Seven of Cups can be choice. Okay, so the Seven of Swords is influencing the choices that you're making here. Okay, and this is influenced by something about the past. It feels like that something is being abandoned. Details are being abandoned here because of something linked into the past, which is influencing something not being completely opened up about with this Seven of Swords. And it's influencing the choices that you're making. It's almost like, if it's not you, it's somebody around you who is refusing to shed light or bring about some form of a detail here or disclose details here because something linked into the past. If it's not the past, then it's some form of naivety, perhaps, with the Six of Cups, being that it's a childlike card. Let's see what else we get here. Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is non-action. There's no action here. Let's have a look at the next one. The Chariot. So the Chariot is moving forward, but the Four of Swords is delay. So it almost feels like you're delaying moving forward with something here. Okay. And this is also moving away from the past is being delayed. So I see something about moving away. The Chariot from the past has been delayed. There's no action. There's no... For some of you guys, it's either you or somebody that you know is reluctant to move away from something to do with the past. Okay, there's been no action. There's been no, there has been no effort, because Four of Swords is no effort. You're not doing anything with this card. There's no action. So there's been no effort to try and move away from something concerning the past. Okay, what are the next ones showing up here? The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is loyalty, tradition, moving slowly, diligence. Knight of Coins. The Seven of Cups, choices. So look at the next one. Right, the Queen of Pentacles. That's so funny. We did for the other one of the other ones. This one showed up for another deck in the same position. So getting to the root of the problem. Seven of Cups. Oh, what an interesting cards. What interesting eclectic amount of cards here. So the focus needs to be on the Seven of Swords this week. The Seven of Swords is the light, something that appears to be something that it's not, because there are two swords that are being left behind, and they're actually in the trapdoor here, but he's trying to present five swords when in fact there are seven. So there's this kind of trying to present something in a particular way that it isn't, and it's linked into the influence for doing this is because of something to do with the past. So something to do with the past is influencing, only presenting something a certain way, is influencing something that is deceptive here. And this influences the choices that you're making at the moment with the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Swords is influencing your choices at the moment. And it's linked into the past. It almost feels to me, guys, whoever's watching this reading, that you're doing something in a way that you shouldn't be doing it. Okay, you're doing something that isn't quite true. Or you're presenting something that isn't quite true. That isn't quite honest, because it's linked into the past. And I think that the past is influencing the choices that you're making surrounding that Seven of Swords. I feel that a key important detail here has been abandoned. It's been left. You're leaving behind details here, okay? And you're just showing what you want, but you're not showing the full picture of something here because there's something linked into the past. You have a chance, I think you had a chance here to move away from whatever this Six of Cups is. Now the Six of Cups is linked into, let's have a look at what this past is about. It's linked into the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So something in the past is linked into hard work and effort, working towards the Queen of Pentacles. So something in your past is linked into you working towards the success of that Queen, because the Knight of Coins is working hard towards the accomplishment of the Queen. So it just feels like this might be job related, it might be career related, something that you did in your past. You were working hard towards accomplishing something, but perhaps it didn't pay off, because I feel that you're moving away from this. There's been no effort made to move away from this. So it almost feels like there was a mistake made in the past, or in the past you were working hard towards accomplishing something. Perhaps this thing wasn't accomplished. So perhaps that's why you've omitted some form of a detail here, and you're only presenting something a certain way because something you worked hard towards. It's not reversed, but you worked hard towards accomplishing something. Okay, and it is linked into work because that Queen of Coins is being linked into the Eight of Pentacles, and it's linked into the past. So this is details. I think there's some details in the past here. I think that this Queen of Coins energy, so something that you wanted to accomplish here, is linked into Eight of Coins and the Six of Cups. So you wanted to accomplish something linked into the Eight of Pentacles, something to do with work, Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, something to do with something you worked on in the past. You were trying to accomplish something linked into work, some work you did in the past. Here, you were trying to achieve something, but I feel that it didn't pay off. So it just feels like you were trying to do something that was linked into work, something that you did in work in the past, but it feels to me like it didn't pay off. So now you're presenting something in another way, but you're omitting certain details here because something that you'd worked on in the past probably just didn't pay off. So now you're omitting something here. And it just feels like this Seven of Swords is kind of influencing and also the Seven of Cups is choices, but also it's the illusion, it's the smoke screen as well. So it also feels like whatever it is you're presenting, whoever's watching this, you're presenting it in an erroneous way. It's not honestly, you're not presenting something in an honest way here. And I think you're not presenting it in an honest way because it's linked into something that you did in the past. With this, it's linked in, it's influenced by something from the past here, in which now it's bearing down on, the choices that you're making, but also the illusion and the smoke screen that you're putting up. I feel that you worked hard towards trying to accomplish something, and it's something to do perhaps with a project that you'd worked on in the past or a job in the past. It doesn't say it failed, but it feels like it did because it feels like you can't own up to whatever this thing is. It feels like you're omitting it. Or you're trying you won't present it. There's some details here that you're omitting with this Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. I think that you're omitting some details here because that Seven of Swords is in the middle here. Okay. And I feel with the Four of Swords, now the Four of Swords is you're not taking moving away from this situation that you had in the past. There's a delay on it, Four of Swords. There's no action to move away from whatever this situation was in the past for you. There's no effort to do that. And it's all linked into the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. It almost feels to me like it's because you're confused, perhaps, with the Seven of Cups. I don't know whether the Eight of Coins is the purpose, or because Eight of Coins can also be something to do with purpose, or perhaps it's to do with confusion over work. It's an interesting reading. I definitely feel that there's something along the lines of work here. It feels like you're omitting details, though, linked into the past here, and you're putting up some form of a smoke screen. So I just see the omitting of details linked into the past and putting up some form of a smoke screen. Okay. In the past, it was like you worked towards, with this Knight of Coins, you may have worked towards accomplishing something in terms of business, work, that type of thing. But I don't think it was successful, and I feel that you've had a chance here, guys, to move away from the past, but you've not taken it. You've not put any effort into that. Okay, it's almost like you feel that you've got to put some smoke screen up, or you've got to omit certain things in order to progress. Okay, now that Seven of Swords as well can be, Eight of Coins is work, and the Eight of Cups could also be progress. So perhaps this is something to do with, there's something you're presenting that's not quite honest here, and it could be surrounding trying to progress yourself within work. So maybe this is a job interview for some of you guys, but you're presenting something of yourself that isn't completely true. This could be connected to advancing oneself within the workplace, for example. But it feels to me with the Six of Cups energy that you are, and the Seven of Cups, both cards can suggest there's this kind of, how can I say, there's this kind of smoke screen, or, you know, the Six of Cups is a very happy, nice card. Can you see them? They're all smiley, and the Seven of Cups is all about the fantasy and the illusion type of thing. So it also feels that we could read this and we could say also, perhaps for some of you guys, what you're doing is you're presenting something that is not quite true. And it feels to me like it's about, for some of you guys, it could be that you're doing this because you're trying to advance yourself within your work, within your job here, that you need to present yourself in a certain way. But it's not quite real with these two cards. You're presenting yourself as everything is fine in the garden, it's all rosy and everything, but it's not quite that way. And it feels like, you know, the Chariot, you've tried moving away, or you've tried moving. The Chariot is to do with the Seven of Cups and also the Eight of Cups. So I feel that you're trying to move yourself forward, connected in with your dreams. So the dream of the Seven of Cups is advancing with the Eight. You know, the Eight is walking out of the Seven of Cups energy. Okay, so you've tried moving yourself forward. Okay, connected in with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can be choices, illusions, but we're trying to, with the Eight, we're coming out of that. But it's connected in with coming out of the illusion here. But the Four of Swords is connected in with the Seven. So no effort, connected in with the Seven of Cups and also the Eight. To work on the dream. Oh, yeah. So it's a really weird reading, in fact, for you guys. But I think what's becoming clear to me is that some of you guys with this Chariot, you've tried moving forward, you know, and two cards suggest moving forward. Chariot and the Eight of Cups suggest moving forward out of the starters of the Seven of Cups. The thing with the Seven of Cups, it's a dreamer's card. So what you can often get with this card is that you're dreaming of doing something. You're dreaming of being, you know, the actor, or you're dreaming of running your own business, or you're dreaming of, you know, being higher up or promoted in your job or something like that. And so some of you guys with this Chariot, you have literally focused on wanting to move yourself forward outside of that Seven of Cups. So a dream that you've had, both cards, Chariot and the Eight of Cups, which are knighting in to this Seven of Cups, to the Chariot here, sorry, Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups, knight to that Chariot. So that suggests to me there's been this kind of focus on moving outward. You've got a dream here, and what you're wanting to do when you've got the Seven of Cups, sorry, the Eight of Cups and the Chariot, they're bringing something out of there. So we're wanting to manifest and bring into a tangible reality the dream. So some of you guys have been dreaming of having a certain thing, and what you've been wanting to do is bring this into a tangible reality. Okay, but with the Four of Swords now knighting into the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, there's been very little effort to work on those dreams for some of you guys. So you have got a dream, haven't you? But I think there's been very, very little effort to bring this dream into reality. And some of you guys, I think this Seven of Cups is more about, Seven of Swords is more about some form of a shortcut for some of you guys. The Seven of Swords is fooling oneself or fooling others. And now I'm going to read this differently, because I'm going to say that this is influenced by the Seven of Cups and it's bearing down on the choices that you're making, because this is the criminal card. The Six of Cups is actually the criminal card. The Six of Cups is actually saying, well, you're trying with the Seven of Swords to think that you can wing it is influenced by your naivety of the Seven of Cups, which, because you're being influenced, your Seven of Swords wanting to cut corners or just wanting not to do the work is influencing the choices that you're making. And it's also influencing your disillusionment or your illusion that you can get something for nothing. I'm not saying that you want to get something for nothing, guys, if you've picked this card. What I'm saying is that you've got dreams and you have wanted to manifest these dreams, because both the Chariot and the Eight of Cups linking into the Seven of Cups is saying that, think about it this way. If you have a card that is not moving, like the Seven of Cups does, it's where you dream, it's where you fantasize. That's what this card does. And if you have this kind of card showing up, you have cards that need to move you out of that. So when we get an Eight of Cups, it's ruled by Saturn. You're moving out of the boundaries of the Seven. And the Chariot is also moving you out of there. So we can see that you've had a dream, you've wanted to move out of it. But on this side, we see also 1, 2, 3, 4 linking in with the Eight of Pentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4 linking in with the Seven of Cups. Four of Swords would say there's no effort though. There's no effort to work on this Seven of Cups, to start developing and working on developing that Seven of Cups and bringing it into reality. You have a dream to move out of where you are and into something that you really want, but you're not actively doing it. You're not being proactive enough and you're not working on developing it so you can bring it in. So that Seven of Swords for me says that this week, it may be that there's some form of deception going on within the self. You are trying to do something, okay, that is influenced by the imagination of the Six of Cups, the naivety of the Six of Cups, okay, which in turn, this deceptive energy around you that is influenced by a dream-like naivety card such as the Six of Cups, it is influencing the choices that you're making, and therefore you're not working. This isn't advancing yourself. You are simply not working on this, because the Eight of Coins is details. The Eight of Cups is walking away from the detail or the work. So there's no work being done, because you're kind of fooling yourself a little bit with that Seven of Swords, because you're influenced by the daydream of the Six of Cups, which in turn is influencing those choices that you're making. All right, we can see that the naivety now, we know the criminal card in this reading is the Six of Cups, because this is naivety. The naivety of that Six of Cups is tied into your working towards accomplishment. So it is, sorry, before I was reading it in the wrong way. I now get what this is. This naivety is linked into the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Coins. Working towards, so you're doing something in the wrong way. You're working around something in the wrong way. I think if you've picked this card and you're looking to achieve something, it could be a business, it could be it could be anything. You're doing it in the wrong way. The focus needs to be on the strategy that you're taking here. That's what it is. The Seven of Swords is the liar card, but so is the Six of Cups, and so is the Seven of Cups. All three cards tell lies, because the Six of Cups can make you look at something with rose-tinted glasses. The Seven of Swords is deception, and the Seven of Cups is illusion and fantasy. So all three cards are lies, okay? And you're not focusing on the detail, because the Eight of Cups is walking away from the detail of the Eight of Pentacles. So some of you guys are literally not focusing on the details. I admire that whatever it is that you want to achieve, because the hard work of the Knight of Pentacles accomplishes the success of the Queen of Pentacles. So I admire what you want to do, but you're looking to cut corners, or you're not doing something in the right way, I think, through these cards. And so I think that the message for the week for you guys, whoever picked this, is that if you're going to be focusing on a dream and you want to turn that dream, Seven of Cups with Chariot and the Eight of Cups, into a reality, okay, you've got to put the effort in. Some of you guys, however, are not putting the effort in because the Four of Swords is linking into the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, which to me says that there is no effort to work towards developing the dream of the Seven of Cups. Oh, you want to manifest it because you want the Chariot and the Seven of, and the Eight of Cups are moving out of the stars of the seven, so we can see movement and progress. But there's no effort to work on the dream. So how can you progress if you've got a dream to have something to do something, but you're not making an effort with it? So I think there's a bit of self-deception this week with that Seven of Cups, and it's influenced by, and if you think about it this way as well, often the often the Six of Cups isn't read as an ending card, but it can be. Look at them. They're on holiday, they're happy. This is the life, yay! It's all the happy type of thing with the Six of Cups. So you can actually literally look at that card and say, yeah, this looks like a happy scene. They've achieved their beautiful, so it's a card of achievement. This card here, whatever you're doing that is erroneous, whatever deception you've kind of put on yourself that's erroneous here with the Seven of Cups, Swords, is influenced by the happy naivety and beautiful outcome of the Six of Cups, which is really just an illusion of that Seven of Cups as well. It's just an illusion. It's all an illusion. You're not looking into the details because the Eight of Cups is walking away from the detail. Can you see how he's looking so intently at the strip? He's looking for any mistakes. He's really looking intently into this. This person is not looking into the details of that Eight. This is all an illusion here because you're not looking into the details. Okay, this is deception. The naivety as well is linked into the processes, the methodology that you are working towards on this Queen. Okay, the Knight of Coins is working hard. He's wanting to be a step up. He wants to go from a knight to the Queen. The naivety comes as well in how you're going to accomplish this, because you want to go from the knight to the Queen. The naivety is linked into how you're going to go from a knight to becoming a queen. Okay, this could be work related. Okay, you're not looking at the details. This is the self-deception here, guys. Okay, if you want a dream to become reality, you've got to put the work in. You can't expect a dream to become a reality and not put the work in and think that perhaps you're going to become a knight. You're going to go from becoming a knight to a queen through naive acts. Okay, there's a naivety here that needs to be really looked at because there's something that you're doing that you're not doing it the right way, or you're omitting details. You're not looking into the details. You're not reading enough. There's not enough research. You're not doing something in the right way here, I think. And I think you have to probably take another look at something that you're doing that's not quite done the right way. There's a process that needs to be followed here. Okay, there's a process. Okay, and also if we were to look at it this way as well, often I look here, past, here, present, here, future. So in the past, you started off right. In the past, you were moving forward with the Chariot. You were really putting in the hard work with the Eight of Pentacles energy. Two cards suggesting effort, but also suggesting skills. So this is mastering skills, working hard with the Knight of Pentacles, working methodically towards success with the Knight of Coins, putting in the hard work, developing your skills with the Eight of Pentacles, working methodically and working hard and working, you were working at a steady pace here, all right? You were really working towards, you were moving forward and you were working tirelessly and you were really working hard towards success here, okay? However, now there's this little bit of deception. Perhaps this has been taking too long here. And right now, you're saying, well, this is taking too long. I'm moving forward, but the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles are not quick cards. They actually indicate that the work that you're putting in is taking a lot of effort and it's taking time. There's no quick payoff with these cards. So some of you guys, it may be right now, there's a little bit, all three cards of deception. Maybe you feel, yeah, I could get this by cutting a few corners or something like that. Perhaps there's there's a little bit of an illusion here that you perhaps you can get to where you're going a lot quicker. Okay, but I feel that if you take this line here with the Four of Swords, there could be delays on progress here towards that Queen. So it could be that right now what you're doing in terms of the art of deception, in terms of saying, well, this is taking too long, so perhaps I need to do this, this and this. but there's something not right here because there's too many deceptive cards, illusionary cards, 6 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and it could be going forward into the future. What you've then got is a delay with the 4 of Swords in making progress towards that Queen, because you're changing things up and you're doing things. This might be something that you're doing that is just going to take time. There may be no short corners, and it just feels like here there's a need to kind of take a bit of a short corner or think that you can do this quicker in order to get the success that you want, because you're tired of having to kind of take your time here. But I think the universe is saying that going forward in the future, if you carry on doing this, you delay the progress of the 8 of Cups towards that Queen there. So there's just a need, I think, to follow due diligence and to really kind of follow the map and do, to just progress with this. Because it might be if you cut corners somewhere, or if you start doing something in, the wrong way, or fooling yourself, and there may be a bit of an illusion here around things, then it might simply be that you might attain some success, but it may not have the long-lasting success that you wanted it to have if you had followed the process here. Okay, that's it. Oh, hi guys. So we have the cards down. Message that you need to focus on if you picked deck 3, Packet of Peers, for this month. Well, not for this, going into June. This is actually for June, going forward. So going from May into June, really, what is it you need for the next couple of months? What do you need to focus on? The 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands could be movement, freedom, progress, ideas. With the 8 of Wands, we're launching lots and lots of ideas. And remember, I think I've got to explain this again. How I'm doing this reading is like a Lenormand reading. So how we do that is with the Lenormand, you're looking at the central card. It's a 9-boxer. And then you're looking at what we call the cross 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you're looking at the cross cards that surround this card to give us more information on why you need to do this. And then we look at the X 1, 2, 1, 2. That gives us kind of perhaps a reason why this is happening and perhaps the solution around that. And then we look at things like knighting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this card here knights to this one and then this one here, which then kind of gives us more information on what's going on here, and then the other way around. You can look at 1, 2, 3, 4, or the diamond 1, 2, 3, 4 to give us an outcome, that type of thing. If you know Lenormand, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I thought I'd do it with tarot because I really like kind of like the whole sort of jigsaw puzzle type thing of this. So, yeah, the launching of ideas, progress, movement for some of you guys. I'm noticing unicorns are, is that real? I think it's unicorns are real. And what comes to my mind when I look at the word unicorn, it reminds me of those, is it a unicorn company or something, Silicon Valley or something? Those, I think a unicorn company, sorry if I'm wrong, earns $1 billion or something like that. First billion or something. But it reminds me of that. It reminds me of something that is quite beautiful, mystical and new and successful in a way. But it feels like you're launching something new here. So the focus needs to be on, and also the 8 of Wands means freedom. So perhaps there's a need to free your mind or to free yourself from something here. Let's have a look at what's going on. So what is weighing down on this? So the top card weighs down on this. It's all about relationships and harmony. So what's influencing your ideas here is probably either a relationship, or it's about balance, emotional balance, or some form of harmony here. What is the 8 of Wands weighing down on? So we've got the Knight of Cups energy here. So there's something to do with harmony, dreams, following one's heart, the Knight of Cups energy showing here. Doing something that you really love with the Knight of Cups energy. Okay, so we do have a Devil card here. So the Devil for me is a card of being trapped, limitations, being stuck is the Devil. But also on this card, it reminds me of temptation or something like that. Nobody's stuck here on this particular card here. I don't have a booklet, so I just really, I don't read booklets anyway. I just go off what I'm thinking. But for me, the Devil card is often a card of being stuck and being enslaved to something or being trapped. So perhaps with the 8 of Wands energy, it's a case of freeing oneself from the Devil. Devil can be old ways of thinking. It could be self-limitation, for example. It can be toxicity. It can be negative situations going on. And with with the Eight of Wands. Perhaps there's a need for some of you guys to free yourself from that devil. It could even be a person with the devil energy. If it's a person, then this is somebody who is very negative and is not very good around you or to be around you. So perhaps there's a need to free yourself from a devil here. But I feel that there needs to be some action here, because we've got these two action cards here, the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, and then you've got a card that represents being stuck or being enslaved. So perhaps to free oneself from enslavement, one has to be proactive with this Queen of Wands. So I think, guys, if you've chosen deck number 3, there's a need to be very proactive in order to free yourself from being enslaved. Perhaps some of you guys have a dream that you want to follow with the Knight of Cups energy showing here. Okay, perhaps with the Two of Cups, it could be a partnership, for example, showing here, bearing down on your ideas here. So it could be that it's harmony and balance, and some of you guys have got a dream that you want to follow. Maybe at the moment you're feeling stuck though, but in order to free yourself from this devil, you need to be proactive. So I think if there's a dream that you want to follow, if there's something that you want to do in life, I think that there is a need to be proactive and take action, because these are two very action orientated cards. We have a stuck card here. We've got a card that deals with the kind of the concept of dreams, following one's heart with the Knight of Cups energy, showing their being creative with the Knight of Cups energy, and one that represents harmony and balance. Let's have a look at the next one. So the Four of Wands is happiness and joy, gatherings, events. What's this one here? So the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit is introspection, but also the Hermit represents looking into something as well. Page of Coins could be learning a skill or learning education. Right, the Ten of Cups is achievement and happiness and contentment. Right, let's have a look at these cards then. So if you pick number 3, what is the message coming to you? What is it that you need to be focusing on? The launching of ideas, freedom, Eight of Wands energy showing here. Some of you guys possibly feeling very stuck with the devil energy and need to free yourself from a chain with the devil. Then you need to be really proactive. You're looking to free yourself from something that is enslaving you. You've got to be really proactive. Some of you guys, you're wanting more harmony and balance within your life, and in order to follow your dreams with the Knight of Wands, there is a need to be very proactive with that Queen of Wands energy showing here, okay? I feel that in order to achieve with this Four of Wands happiness, then you have to, with the Hermit energy, go through a period of not just introspection, but perhaps there's a period of learning and education involved here. So it could be, I've just noticed that my hands are really, really crusty. And one thing I hate on screen that doesn't look good is crusty hands. Pardon me, guys. The Hermit deals with the idea of introspection and discovery. Okay. And in order to achieve with this Four of Wands energy, and I think the Four of Wands and that Ten of Cups, in order to achieve the end goal, to achieve the goal, the Ten of Tens are also the goals. They're at the end of the line. This is the rainbow, you know, this is the happy achievement of the situation, you know, and the Four of Wands is the start of it. So we've got midway and then we've got the end goal here. So in order to achieve the goal, and the Hermit and the Page of Coins together. So we're looking at the 4 boxes, the 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, the Page of Coins and the Hermit, that is master and that's master and student, that's mentor and student. So perhaps some of you guys need to focus on learning a skill here, or you need to focus on going back to college or going back to education or something like that in order to achieve the end goal here, you know, because I feel that some of you guys really want to follow your heart in something. I feel that you've got this dream that you want to pursue with the Knight of Cups energy, and I feel that with the Devil energy something is stopping you from doing that. But I feel that the universe is saying that if you want to free yourself from the devil, you've got to be proactive. And for some of you guys, it may be that you have to go back to college, for example, with the Page of Coins and the Hermit energy in order to achieve the end goal with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Four of Wands, what does this knight do? So the Four of Wands is knighting to the Knight of Cups, and it's also knighting to the Devil card showing here. So Four of Wands is all about achievement and happiness, okay? But this is linked into your devil. So it's linked into your fears. So I think that some of you guys you're very focused on achieving something, but I think that you're fearing following it through with the Knight of Cups. Okay. I feel that you're fearing, because the devil also means fear, and the Knight of Cups means to follow through. So some of you guys, it may be that there's something you want to achieve here with the Four of Wands, but I feel that you're fearing following it through. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a lot of fear to follow that through. Also, let's have a look at what else we can see on this as well. So yeah, there's a sense of wanting to achieve something for some of you guys here, but there's a fear of following it through. Perhaps it's because this is going to take a little bit of time with that Hermit energy showing there, because the Hermit takes time. The Hermit is a slow card. Okay, so perhaps the fear comes because it's going to take time to follow, it's going to take time to achieve that. Okay. What else are we looking at here? Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is the card of learning and examination, for example. It's linking in with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So the Page of Coins is learning, linked into the Queen of Cups and the linked into the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So perhaps you're learning something connected in with the Queen of Wands. So this could be a higher position, this could be an entrepreneurial position, and the Knight of Cups energy showing here. Knight of Cups is also creative. The Knight of Cups is following one's heart. Okay, so perhaps there's going to be some learning that is needed. Education will be needed in order to follow your heart. Perhaps the following of the heart is to do with becoming more of an entrepreneur, or becoming more of a leader, or it's a higher position here with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands can be the higher position. Queen of Wands can be the entrepreneur. Queen of Wands can be the business leader, for example, running her own business. And the Knight of Cups is following his heart. So some of you guys want to follow your heart in terms of being in a higher position with that Queen of Wands. Maybe there's a promotion that you want, or following your heart in terms of with this Queen of Wands energy, running your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, starting up an own business of your own, that type of thing. I think that obviously there needs to be some learning here. There's definitely a sense of needing to learn something for some of you guys. Okay. And some of you guys are fearing that, I think. Something you want to achieve, you're fearing following your heart. Perhaps because you know that there's going to be a period of learning before you can achieve this thing with that Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Because there's learning here, and it's linked into the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups. But the Four of Wands is linked into the Devil and the Knight of Cups. So it feels to me like your focus is on achieving something great, but there's a fear to follow your heart because you know how long it's going to take, or it could take some time. We start from the page, so he's only a page. It's going to take time to develop this, to develop the information, develop the knowledge. And, coins kind of take time. Coins are slow, all right? This is ruled by Virgo. Hermit is slow, takes time to learn something. So some of you guys fearing following your heart because it's going to take time. It's going to take time. This thing will take time to develop, to learn. If it's not learning, then it's going to take time to develop it. Okay? But I feel the focus with the Eight of Wands means that you have to be proactive. Okay? Regardless of how long this takes to do. Because this is something that may take some time. Also, I would say that the focus for you guys also needs to be on Hermit and the Knight of Cups and the Ten. Now, what I'm noticing with this is that the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups are beautiful cards. But they're also ruled by Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Neptune, right? So it's illusion. It's the perfect dream, but sometimes it's not real. The Hermit is more real. The Hermit looks into the detail of things. So also I think that it's brilliant that some of you guys, the focus needs to be on progress, movement, Eight of Wands, launching new ideas, freeing yourself from that devil, getting proactive with the Queen of Wands energy showing here. You want harmony and balance, but you'll only find that if you follow your dream with the Knight of Cups energy. Some of you guys are fearing this thing. You want it with the Four of Wands, but you fear following your heart because you know with the page, it's going to take time to accomplish this, your dreams, to follow your dreams through, to accomplish that Queen of Wands energy there. But it is going to require some learning and education. I do feel also that the other thing that you've got to look at, guys, if you're looking at number 3, is that you need to be examining what this is in greater detail with the Hermit. You've got to make sure this isn't some pie in the sky thing with the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. It's not just sort of a dream based on nothing, just based on a dream, because we've got 2 beautiful cards here, the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups, but they're very dreamlike because they're ruled by Pisces. Neptune is its governing planet, so there's a sense of, you know, a little bit of airy-fairiness about this. So with the Hermit being the more grounded energy, there is a need for you to really look and examine this. So the next thing that you need to be doing as well is you really need to be looking into this and examining it and seeing if your dreams really can be accomplished with the Ten of Cups, but also examining and making sure that this isn't some pie in the sky thing, okay? I feel that in the past as well, for some of you guys, this Page of Coins, this new idea that has been born into something more tangible with this Page of Coins, this new thing that you've been trying to develop. I feel with the Devil energy, there's been limitations around this, possibly with the Hermit card, because things have been moving slowly, or you've been moving too slowly with this, okay? I feel that right now, there needs to be movement forward with this Eight of Wands energy showing here. And you need to start following your heart with the Knight of Cups. So I see progress. I feel that right now with the Two of Cups can be an agreement or a partnership. But it feels to me that right now, if this partnership is in conjunction with the Devil energy, for example, it could be your job, for example, with the Two of Cups. Because you've tried to develop this thing in the past and it's been a bit stuck, there's been limitations around this because you've been moving very slowly with the Hermit energy. And right now, it may be that as a result of this, the universe is saying that you've got to, with this Eight of Wands, start freeing yourself or moving yourself away either from a partnership or whatever it is that you're bound to. Because the Two of Cups can be a card that represents to be bound. They're bound to each other, so it's just a bonding card. So it could be that right now, as a result of this, whatever you are bound to with this 2, you need to be freeing yourself off that with the 8 and following your heart with the Knight of Cups energy. Because in the future, what you have is success, the 4 of Wands, okay? I feel that your actions will produce good results with the 10. The 10 of Cups is a good result card as well. And this is the actions of the Queen produce good results with the 10. And this is success. So if we do from the past, you start to develop this thing. But I feel that it's got stuck. There's not been much traction with the Devil. Things moving slowly with the Hermit. Right now, whatever you're bound to, you need to start kind of moving away from that with the 8 of Wands. And follow your heart with the Knight of Cups. You need to start moving with this thing. The Knight of Cups can be slightly slow movement as well, but you've got to start moving, okay? You've got to start following your heart and moving with this, and maybe this requires you to move away or to release yourself from some sort of contract or whatever it is that you're bound to. I feel that if you do that in the future, what you've got is success, because your actions are actually going to pay off with that 10 of Cups. So I see a payoff here in whatever this is going forward, okay? I feel that, you know, the diamond around this says that the Two of Cups and the Devil energy is often kind of being bound to something. These 2 cards kind of very locked in together. But I feel that if you can follow your heart with the Knight of Cups, you'll have success with the Queen of Wands. Success and harmony with the Two of Cups energy here. Okay. So I think that this reading is more about just following your heart. I know it's a bit of a cliched reading, but I really do think it is. Because I feel that some of you guys, this 4 of Wands represents happiness, but I think that you're fearing following your heart here. And it could also be that right now some of you guys might be in a good position. And that because of that 4 of Wands, you're fearing following your heart. Okay? But I feel that whatever this idea is as well, with the Page of Coins, whatever it is you've been trying to develop, you've got to be more proactive with that Queen of Wands and start following it through with the Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups, Knights follow things through. So whatever it is you've been developing or learning or whatever it is with that page, you have to start being more proactive with the Queen of Wands, because the Wands move. The page is simply learning a skill, or he's developing something new. This could be a startup business with the Page of Coins. It could be education. It could be any one of those things. but it could be with this page linking in with the Queen and the Knight, that what you need to do is you need to start being more proactive. So you need to start being more active with this page energy here and following things through with the Knight. Because some of you guys, you're in a position here in which it might be that you're in such a good position for some of you guys that you are fearing following your heart, because you are kind of, with the fours represent to be stuck as well. You might be stuck in whatever this is, this Four of Wands, and that might make you fear following your heart. But the universe is saying you've started something here with this page, and it's starting to take hold and form into something tangible, and therefore it needs more action with this Queen of Wands, and you need to be following through with that Knight. Okay, so there's a definite need for more action, more proactivity, more movement from you, okay, going forward. Okay. Okay, I think that's where we'll leave the reading actually on this. So yeah, the reading for this week, the message from the angel is to start, messages from the universe really, is to start kind of moving stuff along. The Eight of Wands is where we need to be focusing our energy. Your energy needs to be and the Eight of Wands is also focused energy. So you need to be focusing your energy, upwards. So the other thing to say is this needs to be not just focused energy, but energy that goes upwards and not downwards. So you need to be heightening your vibrations. There needs to be a focus on pushing those vibrations out there into the universe, okay, going forward. Okay, pushing your energy away from the devil. So for some of you guys, it may be at the moment that you're stuck in something, but there needs to be a push away. The energy needs to be pushed more away from the devil energy and more towards the Queen of Wands. So more towards proactivity rather than just staying where you are with this devil energy showing here. In order to achieve harmony, one needs to follow one's heart. But you've got to push the energy more away from the devil towards proactivity of the Queen of Wands. You need to examine and make sure that this isn't some pie in the sky thing, all right? But also, whatever it is that you have been focusing on intently with the Hermit energy, you need to follow through with the Knight of Cups. Whatever it is that you've been examining and learning, there needs to be some follow through with the Knight of Cups in order to achieve with that 10. Okay? Your efforts with the Page of Coins, your hard work with the Page of Coins is going to pay off with the Four of Wands. But there needs to be clear focus in order to achieve this with the Hermit and the Ten of Cups. Also, some of you guys need to distance yourself from too much partying. Four of Wands is gatherings, it's partying, it's going to the pub, it's going out to clubs. That Hermit distances itself. So in order for your Page of Coins to pay off, whether this is study, whether this is developing a new skill, whether this is a new business that you're working on, in order to achieve that with the Ten of Cups, you need to distance yourself with the Hermit from that Four of Wands energy. Okay? And even the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups can be meeting up and gatherings and things, and that Hermit says that you need to distance yourself a little bit and work on this thing with the Page. So there needs to be some real effort and work put into this. Okay, that is the message, the 9-box message on this one, guys. If you'd like to order a reading with me, click on the link in the comment section below. And thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.